Good morning. So now this is the end of the chapter, that is the second chapter, sectors of Indian economy. So the last part is we can also divide the sectors in private and public sector. What is private and public sector? Private sector is a sector where the maximum firms are owned by the government, and private sector is fully in the hands of the private individuals. Okay, so public sector is in the hands of the government, private sector is in the hands of the private individuals. Means what? Public sector is run by the government, means the firms and all the services, everything is provided by the government, and in private sector, services and everything is provided by the private individuals. Now, private sector, in private sector, individuals work with the motive of making profit. In the private sector, individuals work with the motive of making profit. In the public sector, which is run by the government, here the works are done or the government works with the motive of social welfare, means welfare of the people. So the government in the public sector works with the motive of social welfare, that is welfare of the people. So what does the government does? How does the government collects funds then? The government through various taxes and other measures collects funds from the people and spends it for the welfare of the people. Collects funds through various taxes and other measures from the people and spends it for the betterment and welfare of the people. Okay, so in this way the public sector is in the hands of the government, and the government works with the social welfare motive. Now, in case of the private sector, every work is done with the motive of making profit. Now, there are many services in the economy which we need, and it cannot be provided by the private sector. Why it cannot be provided by the private sector? Because if it is provided by the private sector, then the private sector will charge huge cost for it, because these services require huge funds, large amount of money, and it is not possible for the private sector to collect such huge funds from the people like the government does through taxes and all. So private sector can't collect it or can't collect such huge funds from the people like government. So it is not possible for the private sector to provide such services which is required by the economy. Okay, and even if the private sector provides such services, it will charge huge prices for it. It will charge huge cost for it. So what are these services which the private sector is unable to provide, or if it provides, it will charge huge cost? These are the railway services. Okay, now the schools, hospitals, then irrigation facilities like dams, canals. Okay, so all these things, if the private sector provides, it will charge huge cost. So how do we get all these things at a very low cost? Now, the government plays role in it. The government incurs this huge cost for providing us with cheap electricity, by providing us with railway services, by providing us with then hospitals and schools where the fees are less. Okay, by providing cheap irrigation facilities, by providing us with dams so that irrigation facilities can be improved. So the government plays role in this way. The government does this huge spending so that these things can be provided to us at a very low rate. Okay, now if the private sector provides electricity, okay, suppose the private sector is providing electricity. Now, if I tell about, give some examples of private sector, what will the first thing come to your mind? Like Reliance Industries Limited, Tata Iron and Steel Company Limited. So these are the examples of private sector. Now, if the private sector provides electricity, what will it do? It will charge high cost. The unit will be very high. So if the unit is high, will the small scale industries be able to run their industry? No. They have to shut down the industry if the unit of the electricity is very high. So Now, the government again plays a role in this way. The government provides cheap electricity to the small scale industry so that they can run their industry well. Okay? And thus, the government bears the cost. Similarly, the government also helps in this way. It buys wheat, rice from the farmers, okay, and stores it and sells it to the people, to the consumers through public distribution system that we have studied in the very first chapter, PDS. That is, it sells it to the people or gives it to the people through the ration shops. So it is also helping the people or the consumers in this way. Okay, so it is helping the consumers also as well as the farmers also. When it is collecting it from the farmers, it is paying the farmers also their required price. Moreover, when it is selling it to the consumers, it is giving it at a very low rate, very cheap rate, so that all the people can buy, and it is doing it through ration shops. Now, there are large number of services which are the primary responsibility of the government, that is health and education. Okay, the government invests in this sector so that children get their elementary education, children go to schools, children can learn how to read and write. Okay, because many children in India are still illiterate, they don't go to school. Okay, so if private individuals come and invest in schools and hospitals, then it will be very costly for the poor people. So the government again plays a major role in it, and it is the duty and one of the responsibility of the government that it comes up with schools and hospitals where the fees and everything is a very low rate, so that children get their elementary education, they go to school, parents can afford them to send to school. Okay, moreover, the government also sets up hospitals so that children and other poor people get the basic health facilities. It provides the poor people with safe drinking water. Okay, it provides the poor people with shelter so that they don't stay in unhealthy conditions. Okay, because many children in India, as they are illiterate, they don't go to school, they are malnourished and undernourished also. Okay, and they suffer from many diseases. So the government, through these health facilities and these safe drinking water, these and providing them with shelter, it is helping the poor people so that they live healthy. Okay, so that they can get nutritious food and everything. So the government, so we talked about private and the public sector, and the government plays a major role in it. Okay, so the private sector is owned by private individuals, and it is generally works on the basis of making profit, and the public sector is owned by the government, and it is mainly for the it works mainly for the welfare of the people. Example of public sector which is run by the government are railways, then postal services, and if I say about private sector, which I said example just now, Reliance India Limited, Reliance Industries Limited, then Tata Iron and Steel Company Limited. Okay, so these are the examples. So we have come to the end of the chapter, and we have completed the second chapter also. So children, I would like you to go through the video so that we can just rush to the notes when the school reopens. Thank you.